I just listened to the first chapter of The Lord of the Rings for this big reread that I'm doing here. Now, I should say that I'm listening to it because, for the most part, I'm going to be relying on the audiobooks narrated by Andy Serkis and occasionally following along with my physical copies. The first chapter is called A Long Expected Party, and I absolutely loved it. Now, every time I attempt a reread of The Lord of the Rings, this is how I start off. I really enjoy myself, and that's because these first few chapters are my favorite across the entire book, which I know is not exactly a ringing endorsement, but I just find that Tolkien is strongest with all of this slice of life stuff, and then when the adventure really gets going, that's when the writing ironically starts to bog down for me. So the first chapter covers Bilbo and Frodo's birthdays. Bilbo is turning 111 and Frodo is turning 33, so coming of age as a hobbit. And Bilbo's sort of been given long life because of this little magical ring that he's been given. And of course, from The Hobbit, it was just this quaint little object. But in Lord of the Rings, we're given hints that it has this dark power and it's don't put it on. It might have something, it might do something to you that we don't expect. So Gandalf sort of comes in the middle of all this party planning, and he's cheerful and he's so much fun, but he's also really curious about this ring. So we get these hints and warnings at the adventure to come. It's really atmospheric and great. And at the same time, all of this slice of life stuff is just so charming and fun to follow with me. My favorite is the stuff with Lobelia Sackville Baggins, who I call the Lord of the Spoons, because she wants to inherit all of Bilbo's wealth, but Frodo gets in the way of that. So she steals his spoons, and that's all she really gets out of the whole deal. And I personally think that if you had given the ring to Lobelia and told her that she could have inherited Bag End if she brought it to Mount Doom, then this story would have been over in a week. She could have gotten shit done, right? She's so obsessed about it. But also, in addition to loving the introductions to all the characters and the Shire, I'm also loving all these little references I'm getting to the Silmarillion. I listened to the first few hours of the Silmarillion before I got into this, so I'm picking up on Easter eggs, including Phaonic writing that's on Gandalf's stuff, and Feanor is the guy who invented writing in Tolkien lore and also the Silmarils. So far, I'm really enjoying myself. I'm really getting into it, and hopefully that carries through into the whole book and the adventure. So follow along with me as I do my reread of Lord of the